Good evening and welcome to tonight's regional news. We start with a story from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines said that the continued border breaches by illegal immigrants continues to be an issue for the Twin Island Republic. On Sunday, Hines said it was no one-man operation. He said that some in the business sector, rogue elements in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, among other arms of national security, were involved in the complicit illegal immigration trade. He referred to the recent bust of a cache of weapons which was seized by the police at the Piarco airport on April 22, saying TNT had a real problem as it was battling breaches of both illegitimate and legitimate entry points. He called on law enforcement personnel of lower ranks to step up their game and operate at full throttle. Top U.S. officials have expressed their concern over the removal from office of El Salvador's Attorney General and 5 judges from the Central American country's Supreme Court. The judges and the Attorney General were dismissed by the newly elected National Assembly, which is dominated by the party of President Nayib Bukele. The opposition in El Salvador said the move was a coup by Mr. Bukele. Bukele dismissed the criticism, saying that, I quote, "We're cleaning our house," end of quote. On Saturday, El Salvador's parliament met for its first session since President Bukele's election victory. They voted on a motion to remove all 5 judges from the constitutional chamber of the Supreme Court. Bukele dismissed criticism from abroad, tweeting that, I quote, "With all due respect, we're cleaning our house and that is none of your business," end of quote. He had earlier celebrated the destitution of the judges, writing that, I quote, "We're finally building a new history," end of quote. United States biotech company Moderna will provide up to 500 million doses for the World Health Organization-backed program to ship coronavirus vaccines to needy people in low and middle-income countries. But shipments won't begin until the 4th quarter, the company and program leader said on Monday. The advance purchase agreement from Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, comes just days after the World Health Organization announced emergency approval of the Moderna vaccine that paves the way for its inclusion in the WHO-backed COVAX program. Gavi, a Geneva-based public-private partnership, has been scrambling to try to strike deals with vaccine makers at the same time as trying to persuade rich countries that have secured millions of doses, some of which they aren't even using, to donate them to poorer ones. Also on Monday, the alliance announced that Sweden's government has committed to donate 1 million doses of the Oxford-AstraZeneca vaccine to help COVAX urgently address immediate-term supply delays. The Moderna vaccine has generally been considered among the most effective so far in combating new variants, like the one that is spreading in India. And internationally, the authorities in the Indian capital Delhi have called for help from the army as the city grapples with a brutal second wave of COVID-19 cases. Hospitals in the city are in crisis, with intensive care beds full and an acute shortage of medical oxygen. Delhi's government wants the army to run COVID care facilities and intensive care units. Across India, case numbers since the start of the outbreak are closing in on 20 million. The country has seen more than 300,000 new cases a day for nearly 2 weeks straight, while death stands at 220,000. Experts say total COVID cases and deaths in India are likely to be much higher, citing lack of testing and patients dying at home without being seen by doctors. That was all for tonight's regional news. Thank you for joining.